You and your dog are close, like watch each other go to the bathroom close. But you could be even closer with BarkBox. Every month, BarkBox brings dogs and their humans together with original toys and delicious treats. Sign up now at BarkBox.com/iHeart.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Up to half the cost for the same thing. 50% the money for 100% the same thing. I hope I'm making myself clear. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single-line 5GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single-line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about goddesses, mythical figures who've shaped culture, history, and imagination around the world. In Buddhism, a person who's reached true enlightenment becomes a Buddha and ascends to Nirvana. But not every Buddha leaves. Some choose instead to become Bodhisattvas. These beings have attained Buddhahood, but choose to stay on Earth, embracing compassion and liberating others from suffering. Today, we're talking about one such being. Please welcome Guanyin. Before there was Guanyin, there was a young princess named Miao Shun. She was kind and loving, and as soon as she could speak, she was chanting Buddhist sutras. She wanted to become a Buddhist nun, but her father had different plans. Her father wanted to marry her off to a powerful man. Miao Shun told her father she would only agree to marriage if it helped alleviate 3 problems: the suffering of age, the suffering of sickness, and the suffering of death. Her father, the king, had a hard time finding someone to fit the bill. So he let Miao Shun join a Buddhist temple. But before she left, he secretly told the nuns there to give Miao Shun the hardest work. Lots of chores and no time for rest. Soon enough, he reasoned, she'd come back home and he'd be able to marry her off. The nuns did give Miao Shun more than her fair share of work, but she always seemed to get it done. Little did they know, she had help. Her compassion was so great the animals of the forest gathered together to help her complete her tasks. Determined to get his way, the king decided he'd bring his daughter home by destroying the life she'd chosen for herself. One day, Miao Shun arrived back from her chores to find the temple engulfed in flames. The place she loved most was burning. She had to save it, and she did. She brought the flames down with her bare hands. The nuns were amazed, but her father was furious. He'd had enough. He sentenced Miao Shun to death. The day of her death, Miao Shun knelt at the execution block. The executioner pulled back his iron axe and with all his might brought it down on Miao Shun's neck. It didn't go through. Instead, it burst into 1,000 pieces. The king ordered the executioner to try again. This time he used a sword. It shattered. When he tried his bow, his arrows bent around Miao Shun. No weapon could pierce her. But Miao Shun felt uneasy. Her father was so angry at the executioner, and she could sense deep guilt in the executioner, a new wave of suffering each time he attempted a killing blow. So Miao Shun closed her eyes and forgave the executioner, and she let herself be killed. Miao Shun slipped down into the underworld. Flowers cushioned her fall. When she opened her eyes, the darkness burst into life. She saw millions of souls tangled and tortured in eternal suffering. She couldn't bear it. She began to weep, and with her tears, she brought an explosion of light to the darkest of places. All the positive karmic energy she'd gathered fanned outwards, lifting those suffering souls upwards like balloons, and they escaped back into the world. The king of hell saw his kingdom evacuated in a mere instant. He didn't take pity on the girl, but he knew his world would cease to function if she stayed around. So he allowed her to return to Earth, and when she did, she returned as the enlightened being we know as Guanyin. Today, worshippers can call upon Guanyin in moments of uncertainty and despair. When suffering becomes too much to bear, Guanyin is said to deliver mercy, just as she did in life and in death. Guanyin has been a guiding force for centuries. As Buddhism spread from present-day India to present-day China, it also mixed with local folklore to create the version of Guanyin who's so well loved across the continent. In her earliest depictions, Guanyin has a masculine appearance. But as Guanyin's story was retold in Chinese Buddhist communities, Guanyin was increasingly called upon by women seeking compassion, kindness, and grace. And bit by bit, Guanyin took on a feminine form. She wears a flowing white robe and jade necklaces. She usually appears in a trio known as the Three Noble Ones of the West, figures who help guide the dead to the afterlife. She can be identified by the items she carries with her, a vase of water in one hand and a willow branch in the other. All month we're talking about goddesses. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. As always, we'll be taking a break for the weekend. Talk to you on Monday.
No one likes to talk about money. Am I saving enough? Can I buy a house? Am I paying too much in taxes? Will I be able to retire? What if you could unlock insights about your finances in less than 5 minutes with a clear picture of where you stand today and where your money can work harder? Now you can. Visit Facet.com to take the free quiz and get your financial wellness score today. That's FACET.com. This ad is sponsored by Facet. Facet Wealth Incorporated is an SEC registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice.
Right now, it's the biggest sale of the season at CVS. The Big Fall Wellness Sale is going on now through October 14th. Use your Extra Care card to shop the lowest prices of the season with new deals each week.
You put in the work to reach your peak performance. That's why Live Pure Nutrition puts in the work to give you a premium hydration solution. 3 times more electrolytes than most sports drinks and packed with amino acids to replenish and refuel your body. So say goodbye to fatigue and rehydrate up to 3 times faster than water alone with Live Pure Nutrition Hydrate. Enjoy convenient single-serve sticks in a variety of all-natural flavors. Order now at livepure.com. That's LIVPUR.com.